80 times more API calls, 73% less thinking, 58% on terminal bench. Let that sink in. Anthropic's own engineers may be the reason Claude feels dumber. And we have 6,852 sessions of receipts. 3 root causes. Real benchmark data. 1 fix. Nobody talks about. Stay to the end. Stella's verdict is the thing. Anthropic doesn't want you to see. Developers worldwide are angry. Benchmarks are dropping. And Claude Code, Anthropic's $200 flagship, may be the culprit. Let me break it down. Before we blame Anthropic, let's be honest. We ask harder questions than 6 months ago. Agentic workflows now feel normal, not impressive. Our bar shifted, and when things fail at the new bar, it feels like regression, even if it isn't. When it works, Claude Code is genuinely magical. Give it a complex task, refactor the auth module, write tests, and it reads, edits, runs the tests, and commits. Autonomous. Competent. As you can see here, 6 files changed in one shot. That's the version of Claude Code we fell in love with. The numbers used to back it up. 87.6% on BridgeMine's benchmark at launch. A 6.6 to 1 read to edit ratio, meaning the model was careful, methodical. And 57% on Margin Labs SWE bench at peak. Then March happened. This isn't vibes. There are 3 distinct failure modes. Refusals, the model just refuses valid tasks. Dumb solutions, bad code, it could write 3 months ago. Getting lost. Ignoring your actual intent after a few turns. And permission seeking. Asking instead of doing, constantly. Here's a concrete example from Theo's testing. Ask Claude Code to update package.json. It tries to edit, fails, file must be read first. It searches the file, assuming that counts as a read. It doesn't. 2 more failures. Finally it reads it, then edits. 5 API calls. 1 task. Every extra call is more tokens, more context rot, and your money burning. Terminal bench doesn't lie. Claude Code scores 58%. Forge Code, running the same underlying model, hits 82%. And Opus, inside Cursor, beats Claude Code by 15% on the same tasks. The harness, the wrapper, Anthropic built, is actively hurting the model. Here's why it's so hard to diagnose. Every Claude Code request touches 5 layers: your prompt, the harness, the API filter, a router, and finally a GPU or TPU. Any one of these layers can corrupt the result. And in a long agentic session, each tool calls a new API request, potentially hitting a different GPU than the last one. Left side, Claude Code with Opus. 58% on terminal bench. 2 to 1 read to edit ratio. Harness bugs wasting 4 extra API calls. 1 million token context on by default. Thinking fully redacted. Right side, Cursor with the exact same Opus model. 73% on terminal bench. Cleaner prompt. Better context management. 15% better performance. Same model. Different harness. Massive gap. March 12th, 2025. 2 stealth deployments hit every Claude Code user. 1, 100% of the model's thinking is now redacted, stripped from API responses in history. 2, the 1 million token context window became default for everyone. And Anthropic has officially confirmed the 1 million token version of the model is dumber. You are now using it by default. This isn't new. Back in August 2024, Sonnet 4 was misrouted to 1 million context servers. 16% of requests were hitting a degraded model. Anthropic published a postmortem in September. Then March 2025 brought the thinking redaction and the context window change simultaneously. And April brought Opus 4.7 with a tokenizer that inflates your tokenizer. That inflates your tokenizer that inflates your token count by up to 47%. Stella Lorenzo, AMD's Senior Director of AI, put it plainly, the rollout of thinking content redaction correlates precisely with a measured quality regression in complex long-session engineering workflows. This isn't a vibe. It's a 6,000 session analysis. Her team measured it all, frustration indicators in user prompts, up 68%. Read-to-edit ratio collapsed from 6.6 to 2. Stop violations went from 0 to 10 plus per day. Permission seeking more than doubled. And 80 times more API calls for the exact same number of prompts. 80 times. That's not drift. That's a collapse. So who's responsible? Everyone. The harness is objectively broken, proven by a 15-point benchmark gap against Cursor using the same model. Thinking redaction removes the model's memory between tool calls. The 1 million context default routes to dumber GPU configurations, and the tokenizer bloat amplifies every other problem. It's not one bug, it's a systemic failure of engineering discipline. Here's what you can actually do right now. Set the Claude Code disable 1 million context environment variable to 1. This is an official fix. Anthropic themselves documented. Run /effort high to force deep thinking. Keep your context lean. Fewer MCPs. Auto compact on. Or, and I say this with full seriousness, try Codex. Forge code, 82%. Claude Code, 58%. Your call. Thibaut from the Codex team said it directly. We don't fiddle with the models or thinking budgets after release. We focus on keeping them up. That's the bar. Ship it, stabilize it, leave it alone. Anthropic has been doing the opposite. Claude is still the best model. The intelligence is there. But Claude Code is holding it back. With a broken harness, reckless API changes, and stealth deployments that make every user dumber by default. Until Anthropic rewrites the harness from scratch, you are paying $200 a month for a self-sabotage tool. They need to wake up. And we need to keep calling them out until they do.